Adventures of Bayou.
Hey you freaks, and welcome back to NES Tips. This week's viewer request comes from Commie Cat Girl, who wants to see the adventures of Bayou Billy. Now, before we get started, let's keep in mind what Godfather Gordon says here. Oh, don't start the game yet. Make sure to do the practice rounds first. There are 3 special items you can get for completing them. You'll do a fighting sequence, a driving sequence, and a shooting one. Upon completion, you'll earn a meatball, extra life, and extra bullets respectively. While fighting, the absolute best move to use is the jump kick. Getting in a corner and having at them is a great way to get rid of the enemies as quickly as possible. They can't knock you back. You want to hold off picking up a meatball as long as possible to maximize your energy. If you end up losing all of your energy earlier than you'd like, don't worry too much about it. This is why we did the practice rounds. Birds can be either punched out of the air or they can be dodged. Note also that there are some spots where crocodiles can be dodged altogether. You can get rid of weapons on the screen by having a weapon in your hand that you don't want and picking up another. This gives the enemies less weapons to use. For crocs that can't be left behind, find a nice spot to stand at. When they come up for a chunk of you, hit them. If you don't have a weapon, your kick will work well here. When fighting Jocks Kill Stowe, don't stay on the same line as them if they are a distance from you. As you see here, the bullets will get you. Knock the body armor off the white one if you want to hit him with your stick, or else your stick will break. Use the bullets you picked up from those divers to use on Hurricane Hank. 2 shots will do him in. The best strategy on the shooting sequences is to keep aim towards the middle of the screen. You'll now have a shorter distance to travel no matter where the enemies pop up. When the screen stops, don't change your strategy. Center screen is always the best position. Just thought I'd reiterate that. Make sure to shoot any items that you happen across, and at the boss, concentrate fire on the helicopter. Shoot any enemies he drops as well. He seems to drop them out of the front, so if you can hit them before they land on the ground, that's just less headache for you. Level 3 is very similar to the first level. Remember how to take out the crocs when they pop out at you. When you encounter lots of enemies at once, use the hit and move method. They tend to get confused and not know what to do next. This might take a while to do, but it will be well worth it when you get to Lewis Torture. This boss is best taken care of by landing 2 jump kicks through him, then moving up and back down. He'll have less chance to grab you this way. During the driving stages, keep in mind that you can't shoot your guns while a grenade is in the air. You have to accommodate by dodging. Your shot is powerful though, and has a wider range than it looks. On turning parts, you'll destroy vehicles in an angle that looks like you shouldn't be able to. Watch out for rocks in the road as well. If you're firing and hear a metallic sound, get out of the way. Grab any gas cans that you see in the road. You'll get an extra 10 seconds added to your time. Water will slow you down, but sometimes it's helpful on hard turns. And don't be afraid to stop what you're doing and move back to the middle of the road. After the driving stage, you get another driving stage. However, if this is your first time you've played the level or haven't done so in a while, you'll want to go way slower. Keep around 60 to 120 and pick up speed on the straightaways. Remember to grab the gas cans, and if you run out of time and have extra lives though, the timer will start back at 99, giving you plenty of time to finish the level. The Cajun Cutthroat is a tough enemy, and you'll find yourself wanting to just boot him repeatedly to get by them. But the best offense when you don't have a weapon is a single kick, then move. Kick, then move. It takes a while, but it is effective. Move out of the way when Migraine Mike hurls his ball and chain at you. You'll then have plenty of time to take him out before his next attack. When there are 2, split up your attacks so you don't get hit from behind. Once you have a whip, you're ready to go and have a great distance between your enemies and you. Some of them will get themselves stuck in a loop. Look for spots like this throughout the entire game. Be careful about not picking up any weapons to overwrite your whip, and don't get excited when you see a meatball. If you try to rush it, you might not like the results. This shooting stage is like the other one, but it's in the city. Of course, try to keep center screen, and the only other advice is to concentrate on the bikers when they appear. You can also find items by shooting certain spots. Oh, and some bricks can be shot through. At the bosses, concentrate on Schwarzenegger first, since you can't deflect his bullets. After a short time, he'll go down, and you can start in on Lightning Rod. You can shoot his knives out of the air the whole time you're blasting him. You shouldn't have too much of a hard time with these guys. At Gordon's estate, your first priority is getting the guns out of Aelhert's hands. This isn't the easiest thing to do, but using your kick instead of your jump kick will help you get out of harm's way faster, though you still really have to pay attention. Once you get those guns, use them. Some enemies will have body armor on though. You have to knock that off of them first before your bullets will have any effect. If you run out, you should still have your trusty whip. You're going to want that and the body armor when you go up against Godfather Gordon. He likes to hop around and shoot at you. With body armor though, that doesn't matter. Also, don't get too close to him. He'll put you in a claw hold. What you want to do is try and get him stuck in one of the bottom corners and keep whipping him. When he tries to jump up, he won't go very far and you can beat the tar out of him. After finishing him off, you'll face the heirs to Gordon's underground throne, Rocky and Rocco. They appear on either side of you, so walk upwards, then start going in a circle around the screen. Stop and get 1 or 2 whip hits in when you have a chance. They're relentless and keep moving after you. This is the safest way to fight them though. After a while, one will finally go down. Their energy won't start depleting until this happens, so don't get frustrated. Keep up this pattern until you cast the final blow. And that's it for this week. It's a very challenging game, but with a little practice, you should have no problem saving Annabelle.